Hi viewers, welcome to Shaker's Bio Factory for NEET. If you like this video, subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get notification. In this video, I am going to explain one of the topic in mineral nutrition. It is criteria for essentiality, macro and micronutrients along with its function. Criteria for essentiality. The criteria it was developed by the two scientists Arnon and Stout to know the essentiality of an element which play an important role in plant growth and development. The criteria it helps to determine the essentiality of an element. It includes following aspects. The first criteria is the element it must be absolutely necessary for supporting normal growth and reproduction. In some cases, if the element is absent, at this time plant do not complete their life cycle or set the seeds, such element is said to be as essential element. The second criteria is the requirement of the element must be more specific and it is not replaced by other element. In some cases, due to absence of that element, if deficiency take place and any one element cannot be met by supplying some of the other elements, now it is the second criteria for essentiality. The third criteria is the element must be directly involved in the metabolism of plants. Now, the element which follow these three criteria are said to be as essential element. The essential elements based upon the above criteria only, a few elements have been found to be absolutely essential for plant growth and metabolism, and these elements are further classified into two broad categories based on their quantity requirement. In this, the first type is macronutrients, second type is micronutrients. Macronutrients means the some of the elements which are needed and present in plant tissue with a large amount, that is nearly 10 millimoles kg universe in dry matter. Such elements are called macronutrients. These macronutrients are needed to the plant body with large quantity. These macronutrients are easily detectable because they are present with large quantity. At the same time, these are usually involved in the synthesis of various organic molecules. Some of the example for macronutrients, it includes carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, potassium, calcium and magnesium. These are the elements example for macronutrients. In these macronutrients, some of the elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, these are generally taken by the plant directly from atmosphere with the help of CO2 and H2O. But the remaining all elements are absorbed from soil in the form of mineral nutrients is called mineral nutrition. And second category is micronutrients are also called trace elements. The micronutrients or trace elements are needed with a small quantity or amount. It is less than 10 millimoles kg universe in dry matter. Such elements are called micronutrients or trace elements. The micronutrients are mostly involved in the functioning of various enzymes, so that micronutrients are required in traces means small quantity. That's why these micronutrients are also called trace elements. Example for micronutrients. The micronutrients includes iron, manganese, copper, molybdenum, zinc, boron, chlorine and nickel. These are the micronutrients. Along with this, so totally 17 essential elements are identified, and in this, along with this essential element, some beneficial elements like sodium, silicon, cobalt, and selenium. These are considered as beneficial elements, and these beneficial elements are needed by higher plants only. Functions of essential elements. The essential elements are utilized by the plant body for various purposes. In this, the essential element can be grouped into four broad categories based on their drives function. The first category is structural elements. Second category, component of energy related compounds. Third category, enzyme activators or inhibitors. Fourth category, maintaining osmotic potential. In this, the first category is structural element. So essential elements, these are present as a components of various biomolecules present in the structure of a living cell, and these are participated in cell structure as a structural element like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. These are the main structural elements present in various biomolecules like DNA and other molecules. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. These are the main components in the structure of cellulose and other biomolecules. And nitrogen is a main constituent of all amino acids, proteins, and chlorophyll molecule, etc. And the second category is components of energy related compounds. The essential elements that are the main components of energy related chemical compounds in plant cell, like magnesium. So magnesium act as a structural element in the structure of a chlorophyll molecule. At the time of photosynthesis, it helps to capture and store the light energy, and this light energy it will be converted into chemical energy. At this time, magnesium, which is present in the structure of chlorophyll molecule, it play an important role. Along with this, the well-known molecule, it is called ATP. The phosphorus is the main structural component in ATP molecule, and it serves as a energy currency in living cell. Because the phosphorus present in the structure of ATP, whenever it removed, immediately that can releases high amount of energy, and energy released from cell with the help of ATP molecule only. The third component is the enzyme activators or inhibitors. The essential elements are useful for the activation or inhibition of various enzymes. For example, magnesium. So magnesium is the main activator for photosynthetic enzymes like Rubisco. So during Rubisco activity, magnesium helpful for their activation. In the presence of magnesium only, Rubisco enzyme is activated to perform its function. And during photosynthesis, especially in case of C3 plants, Rubisco, that is a ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase enzyme, and PEP carboxylase phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase enzyme, these are activated with the help of magnesium only. And zinc ions, Zn2 plus, it acts as a activator for one of the enzyme, it is called alcohol dehydrogenase enzyme. In the presence of zinc ions only, alcohol dehydrogenase enzyme, it performs its function. Along with this, molybdenum. Molybdenum is the main activator for nitrogenase enzyme at the time of nitrogen metabolism. In this way, the elements are useful for either activation or inhibition of enzyme activity. It is the third category. And fourth category is maintaining osmotic potential. In this, some of the essential elements can alter osmotic potential of a cell. In this, potassium it play an important role in the opening and closing of stomata because due to entry of K plus ions into the God cells and due to removal of K plus ion from God cells, the movement of stomata it takes place and it leads to closing and opening mechanism that is happen due to maintaining turgidity in God cells. Osmotic potential is required for water absorption at the same time to maintain the cell turgidity for closing and opening of stomata. Along with this, some of the another elements like phosphate and weak acids and their salt they possess buffering activity against change in pH. So in this way, the essential elements are useful for plants in four broad categories and each and every element have a particular role in growth and development of plants. Thanks for watching.